Brought me here against my will. Never ask questions, shoot to kill. Built this country with our hands. Label me 3/5 of a man. All we've ever known was pain. Mixed with thunder, mixed with rain. Our strength in God's love. New day, new time. We will never be slaves again.
I was born to be free, so take them cuffs off me. I mean mentally and physically. And don't be trying to taser me. My neck don't need your knee. And don't be pulling your gun on me. I don't need your punk degree. I know I'm supposed to be. See, I roll with 10,000 fearless, and we be all believers. We only roll off instructions given by a fearless leader. Man, y'all some cheaters. Your justice ain't gon' free us. Your Billy Club might can beat us, but the Savior came to free us. March on, how long? Never gonna get us nothing. Preach on, how long? My people out here suffering. We better be doing some adjusting. Politicians out here hustling. Gotta keep changing this thing, or my people just didn't die for nothing. We wanna be free. We just gotta be free.
Freedom.
We just gotta go free.
We want freedom.
We just gotta go free.
Freedom.
We wanna be free. We just gotta be free. United we stand, divided we fall. Send a message to the black man, it's the final call. See, business is warfare, y'all, and it's gonna free us all. Time to bat a hood back, get that bread and mash some more. And when they leave the hood, what you gonna do? Are you gonna beg or plead or pull on through? Gotta spread that money with your crew. I'm spitting true game to you. Gotta get that sack, never look back, cause fraud came for you. We wanna be free. We just gotta be free.
Freedom.
We wanna be free. We just gotta go free.
We want freedom.
We just gotta go free.
Freedom.
We wanna be free. We just gotta go free.
We want freedom. Brought me here against my will. Freedom. Never ask questions, shoot to kill. Freedom. Built this country with our hands. Freedom. Label me 3/5 of a man. We want freedom. All we've ever known was pain. Mixed with thunder, mixed with rain. Our strength in God's love. New day, new time. We will never be slaves again.
We will never, ever be your slaves again. We will never, ever be your slaves. Not now, not never be your slaves again. Welcome to the Crash Out Room with Brother Claude and Sister Tony. I am the Gingerbread Man, and this is Steady Serv'n Sports ENT. And my girl, Sister Tony, is on Court Vision with So Pretty Tony. Hey, right now, we are at 2,332 subscribers. Oh my goodness. Look at what y'all done. Look at it. I thank you for what you've done. I thank you for what you do, and I thank you for what you will do. I appreciate everything that every single person that come up in the Crash Out Room, that does help, that supports the channel, that helps the channel, that goes in and put a subscription and be also a member of the channel. Listen, I got more and more for you. We're going to make this song available by Monday, probably, or Monday to Friday between next week. This song will be available for you to purchase on all platforms. I'm working on that right now. I've been working on it. You know, it's the music business. So I'm working on that song. And then my girl, that's right, my friend, my sister is at 212 subscribers. She started off this morning with 195. This is what y'all been doing in one day. This is what you guys have been doing. When she woke up this morning, she was at 195. When she going tonight, we recording, you know what I'm saying, for this morning that you guys are watching the Crash Out Room, she is at 212. Let's get her subscribers up. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Come on over, because the Crash Out Room is definitely going to be its own entity. So check it out. It's going to be part of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast Network, and it'll be another page that you guys get to go to at 10 o'clock in the morning. That's right. And you get to see specifically what is going on in the Crash Out Room. Man, listen, it's great to invent and create. And it's great that you guys are showing us so much love. But as always, Tony, back to the lecture at hand.
Back
Say
to
hello
the damn
to everybody.
lecture
Let them know.
at hand. What's going on, y'all? What's good? I'm gonna tell you, I'm not good, because once I get this off my chest, I just might feel better. I'm still feeling pissed off from this morning, so we're gonna see what happened in this session right here, because yeah, we got shit to talk about.
Yeah,
we got shit to talk about.
We got some real shit to talk about.
We got some shit to talk about.
But first, we gonna go on, because you know a lot of people try to criticize this show as being a Black orientated show. So what?
Is that so?
So, but we don't.
Well, somebody got to advocate
on anybody that comes in to try to help us, and we believe in allies across all colors. So if you Black, you're white, you're red, the brown, the purple, and yellow, you can help establish yourself right here in the Cash Out Room, no matter who you like in the WNBA or who you think is the best player in the WNBA. This is a platform that you can air all the grievances out right here. As long as you're respectful, we can make this happen. But our first subject, Sister Tony, is the Dear WA letter that was written by young Black females to the WNBA on the last firing of its Black head female coach. And it went out today. And it says, Dear WNBA, these Black female coaches should be top candidates for your open jobs. The league has no African-American women at the helm of any of its 13 teams.
Yep.
It says, when Seattle Storm announced the firing of head coach Noel Quinn on Sunday, the result was a discomforting front office reality for the WNBA. With Quinn exit, there are no longer any Black female head coaches in a 13-team league. Now, next year, it will be 15 teams. The major WNBA is still a majority Black league. In 2023, 63.8% of the 141 WNBA polled by the Institute of Diversity and Ethics in Sports identified as Black or African American. There are 2 Black men coaching teams, Tyler Marsh of the Chicago Sky and Sidney Johnson of the Washington Mystics. This is likely especially distressing for the league office that has placed a vocal emphasis on diversifying the league's coaching ranks and creating a pipeline for former players to one-day league teams. There have been 2 occurrences in which the WNBA has started a season without a Black female head coach. The last time was in 2020 during the bubble season, the first time the WNBA began a season without a Black female head coach. Leading one of its teams with it was in 2006. Carolyn Jenkins, who began that season as an assistant coach for the Minnesota Lynx, would eventually assume the title of interim head coach for 11 games after the mid-season departure of Susie McConnell's Sereno. Y'all remember that. It says there are currently 4 WNBA teams with the head coach vacancies, Seattle and New York, in addition to Toronto and Portland. And 2 expansion franchises set the tip off in 2026. A number of Black female coaches could be candidates for the WNBA. Multiple openings include a handful of former WNBA head coaches such as Tanisha Wright, Vicki Johnson, Teresa Witherspoon, who could receive any shot at the helm. Here's several names front office could look to this coaching cycle. Who would be the first-time WNBA head coach being chosen? Christy Tolliver, Rebecca Bronson, Brianna January, I remember her, Lindsay Harding, Rena Wakama. She right now currently is assistant coach on Chicago Sky. I don't think she's leaving if Tyler Marsh is leaving. Chelsea Lyles, Reneka Hodges, Neil Ivey. Y'all already know Neil Ivey from Notre Dame. And that's the coaches that they say that deserve a shot at being a head coach in the WNBA as of right now. So I'm going to let you go, Tony, and weigh in what seems to be the problem, because Lisa Leslie also said that she put her name in the hat currently for a WNBA head coaching job, and she aired it out on Angel's podcast that she didn't even get consideration. A champion, a Hall of Famer, and one of the most dominant females to ever play the game of basketball surely was not even looked at and considered over the people that they had given the job. So you go ahead, Sister Tony.
I'm going to say this, man. It's so many qualified women of the African-American descent that is more than qualified to coach in this league.
Absolutely.
Because some of the damn trash that we've had coming and coaching this league has been dumpster juice. And most of it has been from men. Women are being fired just because they push the envelope, but they feel like, oh, you're not pushing the envelope hard enough. So let's take it back to Teaspoon.
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? She was 13 and 20 something. Tyler Marsh is 10 and 34. 10 and 34. But he gets to keep his job. Now we saying, oh, well, he's a male, so he's deserving of a second chance. But with you females, we ain't giving you any. None. Sandy did no wrong. None. She's blindsided just as the players were, just as the city of New York is. I don't know what is going on in the W. All of a sudden, you guys got the eyes you beg for. And you're losing your mind over the trick bag. And now we're getting to the point where we're devaluing coaches because for the dollar, right? You're devaluing players for the dollar. So when is it about basketball? When is it about basketball? Because if it's about basketball and you're putting the right person in the seat for a job, why is it that they are not allowed to point out their differences? Sandy's been, in New York for 4 years? Made the change she needed to make to get Stewie and Jackwell. She got them, built that team up, and within a year and a half, here they are and they're champions. The champions. You turn around this year because they got knocked out. They had a lot of major injuries where her team is finally getting their legs back under them and they're in the playoffs. Everybody else is advanced because they've been playing. You got to weigh all of those factors in when making a decision. And you got a young man who looked like he just came out of a diaper. He trying to get his diaper rash cured, sitting here messing around firing people. Oh, we're talking about, what did he say? He said something about, he alluded to some type of space word. I can't even think of it right now. I'm so mad. Because I covered it earlier today on KEYSHA's segment. And choice words are always going to be key. What is it that you're saying? Where are you going with this? What is the importance of the word that you're using? Does that word fit in the analysis and what you're trying to give? Sometimes you just speak in words and spill them out just because, and the shit don't make no sense. So he needs to, as y'all would say, sit your $5 ass down. So he needs to go sit his diaper wearing rash ass down somewhere and get himself together. Get it together. You some new GM, and this is what you're looking for the future of New York. I get it. And then we're not going to go with Noah Quinn. Noah Quinn knew her situation. So hers is a little bit different, right? Because she had the debacle last year with the locker room stuff and players, and then the players complained about the coaches mistreating them and da-da-da-da. Come to find out that wasn't true. But at the same time, now her head is on a chopping block for no apparent reason. So she got that weighing on her. She got the situation with this thing leaking over her head and them saying, well, we're giving you an opportunity. Now here we are again. Players come in. Players want to leave mid-season for whatever reason. Don't know. It could be locker room thing. It could be something else. But it did not fit well with Quinn staying there and having the same issues in which she had the previous year. But to fire every single black coach, female mostly, that is crazy. Because again, you look at the W, you just called it off. It's only 2 black coaches left, and they're males. What are we trying to do here? I mean, I could see the writing on the wall. Can you, bro, Claude? Because I could see the writing on the wall. I know what it's spelling. Right? You want to take the narrative in a place in which you don't want the real world to talk about, because why? That's not the case. But yes, it is. Yes, it is. We see it. But Quinn did it to herself. Quinn already knew she was going to be bowing out from there, even if they offered her a contract extension.
Yes.
Excuse me. She was going to be out of there anyway, because she already had her mind made up. And you could tell she was just done. You could tell she was done. And that happens sometimes, right? Because what is it you're going through? And you didn't just fire her, bro, Claude. They fired the whole staff.
Yes.
They fired the whole staff. Okay, so what is it that the remainder of the staff have to do with her? Yeah, their alliance and allegiance is to Quinn, but Quinn just came in just like everybody else as an individual. What do you do? So I don't know what they want to do. I don't know. I don't want to say I don't know what they want to do. The writing's on the wall, but what their
We know
reasoning
what they
behind
want
it
to
is.
do.
We know what
No,
they want to do. I just
yeah,
don't know their what is their reasoning.
reason why.
So their reasoning is so puzzling. And yes, it's not for us to know because we're the outside looking in, but we are also the ones that's flipping the bill for you to be able to do the things that you're doing. So why not tell me? And then I land on that because that to me is crazy as hell. That letter speaks volumes. That letter needs to be published everywhere, like literally everywhere.
Well, I would say this, Tony, in the reality of everything that you just said, in the reality of what is actually going on here, we have to keep it a buck. We know that this league has been having a disparity of hiring the culture.
Mm-hmm.
We know that they have had a problem once the lights got turned on of trying to brighten up a situation.
Yep.
More white coaches, more white people come, more acceptance of a 64% black culture, 64.8 black females out of 141 that they had took a poll on from last year, which is higher this year because we got one more team,
Right.
which it will be higher next year because we're going to get 2 more teams, 15 teams. So the disparity of black young women being the head of this game more than on the 60, almost 70% mark, we have to be able to understand, Tony, this is intentional.
Right.
And I stand on that. If no one don't see that it's intentional, then you're blind and you need to go sit on the bench and go look once again at what's going on in the full scope. But I have a sound off to Kathy Engelberg. Kathy, it wouldn't be wise for you not to have these ex-basketball players that are Hall of Famers sit on the sideline and you talk to your good old boy club that you do have, because that's what they are. Your good old boy club, to understand that these women have played this game. Teresa Witherspoon put her blood, sweat, and tears to right now she's limping throughout the rest of her lifetime.
Yeah. Yep.
On the basketball court. Teresa Witherspoon came to the Chicago Sky with open arms, hired by Nadia Rollison and fired by Nadia Rollison. So they had Nadia Rollison come in and she went and found, she said she did the search for herself on Teresa Witherspoon and had high accolades on the interview and what she means to Chicago and what she would mean for the future of the Chicago Sky. Ain't that what you said, Nadia Rollison?
As you said.
Jeff P went to go cry to Dada. He went to go cry to Dada and the board that she was somehow an intangible. She was somehow a chaotic female because she wouldn't take phone calls from your punk ass and you trying to run her goddamn team, Pink Panther. She wasn't going to take no calls. She didn't want your ass on her court, doing her practices and in her pregame. Take your $5 ass and sit your ass down in your office or sit up in the bleachers and look for a far. You don't belong on the basketball court with the players.
Nope.
And this is the disparity that Tyler Marsh, and the thing that Tyler Marsh did not have the guts or the heart to do, which I wish the young man did have enough courage to tell his $5 ass to go to his office, sit down, and try to get him more personnel instead of coming out here in the pre-practice game trying to get up shots with Rachel Banham. This is what we face, America. This is what we looking at. A woman like Lisa Leslie, who has top tier demerits and trophies, not considered for a job, and maybe in last place of consideration on the last job that she tried to put her name in the hat on. You heard it yourself on Angel Reese podcast. I ain't got to explain that shit.
Yep.
This is disgusting. It's trifling by the league. It's inconsiderate. It's undeserving because there's plenty of great basketball players. Just the great ones. There are other ones that deserve jobs too. We just ran down the name.
Yep.
But unfortunately, it's only going to be 15 teams. But I'll be damned. You got rid of the last female black coach in the league. Of whites. Two black men. Two.
Yep.
Two black men in the coach of 13, in the teams of 13. That means, and then Natalie, because she's Asian American. So 10 out of the 13 teams is led by white men and white women.
Yeah. Yep.
So we can't coach, huh?
What they say.
So we can't lead teams, huh?
That's what they said.
I beg to differ because Michael Cooper did a great job over there in LA, bringing all the goddamn trophies to the Sparks.
Yeah.
I beg to differ. One thing you got to do is fix it, Kathy Engelberg. You know what's going on, and you know what's happening in America right now. This is a sensitive time for all of us in this country. And fairness is greatly looked upon. And I'm going to cover that at the end of this series that we are recording for y'all this morning.
Yep.
But Kathy Engelberg knows exactly what's going on, and she knew that Noelle Quinn, if I knew it, and I told you guys that she's not going to come back, and I was questioned. Do you remember, Sister Tony? How do you know?
I remember.
Well, I could see certain things. I'll leave it at that. And I knew that she was about to get up out of there. She might have considered coming back if circumstances was better for her.
Right.
But I don't think so. I think she's had her time in Seattle, and Seattle knew it. So they beat her to the punch and they fired her.
Yep.
They say, let me take this out of this ninja's hands and give her on her resume fired instead of stepped away, moved around. That's something that Stephanie White was able to do. But yeah, I heard Sister KEYSHA and Cut That Israel Talk Sports. Yeah, she did let them know that if things don't turn around, she may be gone out of the town.
Yeah.
But that was before Malunga came. And she took real pride in coaching Malunga and put up minutes up so
Yep.
Malunga can be seen in a whole nother way in light as the future of the Seattle Storm team, especially in the first round of the playoffs. A 19-year-old young lady, which never happened before, made history and played in her first playoff game at 19 years old. That was Noelle Quinn that gave her that opportunity.
Wow.
Much of these other ones wouldn't even do that.
No, it wouldn't. Say it again.
Much of them, these other ones, would not even do that. Even Tyler Marsh. I'm talking to you. You don't in particularly like rookies. And
Right.
you showed it. I don't care what you say. You showed it in them not playing, in the disparity of their play.
Sure.
I can't say that about Coach Johnson because he cares about the youth. Coach Sidney made sure that his two youth rookies were all-stars and was able to do the campaign to come for Rookie of the Year. So shout out to Sidney Johnson for taking the chance on the youngins and putting them in there, and they showed off and showed out, and they also was on the campaign of being a Rookie of the Year. Our next subject is coming up. But first, here's a word from our sponsors. Let me tell you about the simplest way to get you in some WNBA and NBA action. Find your player, pick higher or lower, and win some extra cash. Pick between 2 to 5 players to fill out your pick'em entry. Get every pick right and win some much needed cash. Use promo code SteadyServe and receive $1,000 bonus in cash. Now that it's football season, follow Steady Serv'n ENT as I share my picks. Pick players, choose the amount, win money, make picks, win cash. Thanks, Underdog Fantasy, for your partnership with us, and thank you for using the promo code Steady Serv'n on Underdog Fantasy.
Yep.
So, my second subject is about this lady right here. This young lady right here.
Wow.
Her name is Sarah Spain. And Sarah Spain for years was in truth is a cheerleader for Chicago sports. But Sarah Spain did some wicked things, bars. Sarah Spain had Annie Constable, a questionable racist, on her podcast. I say questionable.
And why?
That's a legal, standpoint. It's not messing with a character allegedly.
Right.
But Sarah Spain, this woman, had a podcast and she had Annie Constable on it to talk about different subjects. And then, of course, the Chicago Sky, and of course, the great Angel Reese, the baby goat. She took no bars hold, bar none, as we would say in Chicago.
Yep. Bar none.
She was bar none on what she think about Angel Reese and what she said, and gave her own prediction of how she said it. And this was said on a portion of Sarah Spain herself. I'm finna play it for you, Tony.
Put it up.
Then we gonna play that other part, and I want everybody to listen.
Of so many to criticize Angel for everything, and I think there is a lot of racism that is underlying all of that. So the desire to defend her is natural, but I think
so. She was talking about the racial tension and the racial twist that Angel gets every single day that she knows about. But she has one of the most wicked ones to come on her podcast and do a complete hit piece that we covered in the Crash Out Room yesterday. She comes out, the clown that she is, and totally lies on Angel Reese and for Jeff Pagliosha. This clown.
That clown.
See, I didn't call them no, you know what I mean, what Sarah said that she was called. I ain't called out her name like that. I ain't called nobody no devils. So y'all figure that out. It wasn't me. But what I will say is that Sarah, you knew that this woman is hooked up and rigged up with Jeff Pagliosha. And you knew that this woman was not fair. You also know she was fired and let go and laid off from the Chicago Tribune, however you want to say. She's no longer there. Allegedly fired.
Allegedly.
Any Constable, Sister Tony, is such a hater. And pertaining to maybe have the racism that Sarah Spain alluded to in her. It just maybe look like that. I'm going to keep it up. Because it seems to me that Annie Constable is in the highways and byways, even though she said her goodbyes to the Chicago sky, she still finds her way up and through these motherfucking streets. She still find her way all the way back, the trash can, you know what I'm saying, coming out the washroom with Jeff Pagliosha, allegedly. I don't know. I'm just saying, it looked like, I don't know. I'm just saying it don't look good. You know what I mean? Well, you know what I mean? Haley Van Lift, shout out to Haley. You know what I'm saying? She was like, good job. Hey, Angel, look at what they is. And then she draw the arrows, say, oh, there go Annie. And there go Jeff Pagliosha. Where they coming from? What they talking about? Well, we know what they was talking about because you guys clearly saw the hit pieces that was continuously farmed on Angel Reese. Here's a little bit of what Annie Constable said about Angel.
And I think I understand the root of that, which is that we are so seeped in the bullshit that came along with Angel versus Caitlyn and the over extension of so many to criticize Angel for everything. And I think there is a lot of racism that is underlying all of that. So the desire to defend her is natural. But I think the problem is when she says something that across every single sport and every single level we know is not what to do, to defend it then I think is problematic. And I think Angel, even after giving comments about this situation, how she apologized to her teammates, she said, I just have to be better with my language because I know it's not the message, it's the messenger. And understanding what I say can be taken any kind of way, so I just have to really be better and grow from this. She said her comments were misconstrued. I don't think they were. I think they were taken at face value. It's just that people didn't react well.
She said the angel was lying.
In so
Y'all
many
heard
words,
that
she
clearly,
sure
right?
did.
Y'all hear clearly
definitely
said
did.
she don't think that. She think her this way about. She tried to softly say, no, angel was lying right there. And this is what I say. I'm telling you what it really is. That's what she just said. But go ahead a little bit more.
A little bit more.
About her being the messenger. In this case, it's not. It's about literally anyone who says that about their teammates is going to be criticized for it.
Yeah, and I think also, I don't even think Courtney Vandersloot herself would negate the fact that what she's coming back from is challenging. And she is at a stage in her, like Courtney Vandersloot is a realist. She's not going to lie to you about the fact that she's coming back from an ACL injury. She's also at the latter point of her career. But that's not something for your teammate to say in a public interview, because the only person who could speak to her ability to come back is Courtney Vandersloot herself. And then you have this fact of the matter in the sense that Courtney Vandersloot is a two-time champion.
Who cares?
She's one of the most respected point guards in this league. So not only by making those comments are you putting yourself at odds with your own teammate, but you're putting yourself at odds with people who have played alongside this player and who can speak to, again, her impact on a team, etc. So,
well, and she said specifically, we need to come back with players who have won it and get it. It's like, that is the person that you just called out is not the person to move forward with it, right? There was a lot of conflict even in the things she said.
Right, exactly. And I think, again, Angel's a young player, and she's built a reputation and an entire business on being herself, and that is a strong, opinionated, successful player. All those things can be true, but this lesson, I think, was more so her needing to learn when to pick her spots and where to
learn her goddamn
She said,
place. She said, learn where you supposed to be, ninja. You not that. Jeff P told me he don't think you that. You not that. Even though I seen whatever it is, you got to, listen, you got to watch your tongue. You better watch your mouth when you speak about our sister.
Absolutely.
That's what she said. As if Courtney Vandersloot is celebrated throughout the culture of Chicago. No, the hell she not. Ain't no Courtney Vandersloot pictures, posters, shoes, or nothing else being sold in this mother sucker. Matter of fact, she come from the New York Liberty off the bench. And she had a problem over there. So don't be up in here. You up in here. You capping, first of all. But then you up here gaslighting the people in the audience. You gaslighting the what? Courtney isn't that Courtney Vandersloot? Hell no, it ain't no goddamn 37-year-old goddamn ACL torn ass fucking player. Hell no. No, it's not. So you want to know, is that a fucking rhetorical question that you answer for yourself? Because we over here know that she has reached the age of retirement. Now, if she don't retire, all fine, good, and dandy. Hope she find a team that will invest in a 37-year-old woman that is coming off an ACL tear that takes long to heal. And she will no longer be as fast as she was. And she was already losing a step because she had failed to the bench on the New York Liberty side. Let's keep it a buck. But what you said, I'm going to let Tony, have it, and then I'm gonna close it out.
I'm serious, man. We can go over this over and over again. These ladies gotta get their heads out their butt and get this going and stop all of the nonsense. The narrative that they got going on constantly. Put myself back on camera here. He's got this thing, this narrative that they're trying to push out. They say, "Hey, we shouldn't do this," and constantly, "Here we go." You know, it shouldn't have been done. It shouldn't have been done. It should have been done. We got that. How many times you want to say it? You keep saying it to do what? To continue to put a piece out, a negative piece out. And you have just become now the bullier. Allegedly. I watch that word because, you know, folks don't like that word, but that's exactly what's going on. Y'all are picking on a 23-year-old because you don't like her response. So there are a lot of things that people are going to do that you don't necessarily have to like. So that narrative that they got going on, because I could literally, I had to meditate for a second and just kind of get my mental right, because certain words can be triggering just like actions. And when they call themselves trying to find keywords, you Annie trash bucket need to figure out what your choice words are. I don't care how long you've been writing. It don't make me no never mind. It doesn't. And it don't make no never mind of all them people that you trying to block out of your chat. No, remember, you asked for this because you say you know more. You've been doing this and covering the W for XYZ, and you've covered bigger players. We know what you wanted to say, bigger and better players. People are more of a higher stature or caliber than Angel. We know that's what you want to say, but how you better not. You know, already said something else that got people on your neck. So to constantly swindle in and go in here and say all of this stuff, and Sarah, let me tell you something, Sarah. You had this trick on your. Let me stop calling outside her name. You had Annie on your podcast. And you let her talk on your podcast, and you let her say one of the most dangerous words a person can say. And you allowed it to happen. By no means is that ever okay. Even you try to come and right your wrong, the damage is done. So who cares about you later on coming and apologizing? But you're so mad. You say you're not mad and it don't bother you, but yet you're blocking people on your page. It's freedom of speech, because that's essentially what you're doing when you're writing your pieces or you're having your podcast and you're talking about something that should have been dead a long time ago. And we're rehashing it for what? Shouldn't be rehashing. It was done. Disciplinary reactions was taken. All this stuff is going. Let it go. Vandersloot, get you a life. Go enjoy your wife and your baby and cut the nonsense out. You here at max maybe 2 more years. Max. Should be ready to retire. And this is who y'all choose, Chicago. Y'all choose someone that you're going to have for maybe the next 10, 15 years. Or you're going to pick somebody that you got for 2. But you made a choice when you decided to talk to Annie and y'all put this piece out, and Annie twists up Angel's words. You said no, her words were very intentional. She knew exactly what she was doing. How do you know? You're in that head, heifer? You're not in that head. Cut it out. Cut it out. You're not in that head. You're in Angel's head. Stop trying to think for her and speak for her when you don't know nothing about her. You're more so mad because you can't get an interview than the fact that she want to try to get better players surrounded her to help Chicago do well, get to the playoffs, and steal the show, just like these teams are doing right now as we speak. Mercury and Fever. They're doing their job. And you got all these fans out here way more than effed up with this nonsense that you're pulling and thinking that it's going to slide. It's not going to slide. No matter how many podcasts we need to do and how many shows we need to do, your name will be dragged through the mud, through the mud, through the mud, through the mud, through the mud. But it's something you asked for because you said you don't care. This is journalism. So since you don't care and it's journalism, be willing to take that beat down from the rear because it ain't going to work. It's going to be a hard fought battle for you. You got to let that shit go. It don't have nothing to do with you, as a matter of fact. So you're more invested in what this 23-year-old is saying than the entire team. Her one opinion weighs more weight over every single other person's opinion in there. Come on, let's get it together. And that's all I have on that.
Well, Annie, you know what I'm saying? Annie tried to do her best in putting Jeff P's perspective out there so we all can know where he's at. But we already know, goddammit. We didn't need your heifer to come and say shit to us. But the racist remarks that she has, and she better find her spots, that means she better know her goddamn place. But I'm going to let you know what I'm saying, Sarah Spain, explain what the hell you did today, because you got railroaded today and ran through to let you know that she is America's sweetheart. So here goes Sarah Spain right now.
Get it?
Conversation that we had. I just wanted to say a quick thing about the conversation that we had about Angel Reese's comments. I know that really anything regarding Angel, Caitlin Clark, and certain other WNBA hot topics is going to drive engagement, much of it angry, and Annie and I got plenty of that. Lots of them were responses that were pretty unproductive, personal attacks, accusations of having an agenda or carrying water for the sky, more than a couple mentions of us being white devils. Specific phrasing.
I didn't say that.
It's kind of come with the job and with social media, and I've learned not to let them get me down. But there were also some folks, including a slice or two, that rightfully criticized me for paraphrasing Angel's comments and inserting my opinion of them in the retelling of them instead of using direct quotes. And you are all correct. I should have made it clear in my summation of her remarks when I said no one's really worth keeping, that was my interpretation of the line from the original.
You're a journalist. You know better. You should write word for word and quote word for word, because you don't know what the hell she meaning by that. If you wanted her to elaborate, goddammit, it could have been elaborated. But Julia Poe said there wasn't no need. She got the goods that she wanted to hear. Here we go.
Yep.
Well, Reese believes there are only two guarantees on the 2026 Sky roster, herself and Cardoso, end quote. So by me being not specific enough, I really muddied the conversation and took the focus off the point that I was trying to make about how I didn't think it was wise to speak publicly about teammates. I stand by my opinion on the comments, which is, I think she was right about everything she said about the Sky franchise, and she's right in demanding better, but that I didn't think she should have criticized the roster and specific teammates. And I think it was clear from the reaction of some of her teammates that that probably didn't serve her in the locker room or serve the team. But my setup of the question for Anu was sloppy, my delivery was sloppy, and as someone who is really sensitive to how often Angel gets set up to fail by clickbait sites or outright manufactured quotes and claims, I shouldn't have contributed to that by not being explicit and clear in that conversation. So please keep holding me to a higher standard. That's where I want to live. I prefer when you do it nicely, but I'll take it when you don't as well. So I just wanted to put that out there. And I took down the videos of Annie and I talking because those will spread faster than my clarifications about how what I said was not a direct quote of Angel's. But I wanted to make sure I said something here too, because I'm not infallible to mistakes like that. And I just need to be a little cleaner about it, especially in a space where so often women are misrepresented. So I don't know if y'all had anything to say about that too. I felt bad about it. I also don't have an agenda, and I really often say my feelings very explicitly about how the Sky handled their business. So I think it's quite.
Yeah, you do. You talk about the Chicago Sky, but Sarah, like Tony said, and all what she said.
Right.
Now it's my turn. You can't get away with letting a hit piece go on your show. Sarah, 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 you are responsible. Sarah, I want you to take a quick look at me. I didn't call you any of those names that was pertaining to you. Of course, those people use the words that they use. But let me use my words very, very good for you to hear. Not only do you know the racial participation that goes on, in particularly in Chicago, not only, as I was trying to explain to people, the peculiar atmosphere that happens in Chicago when it comes in division. There's a Chinatown, there's a Little Italy, there's a Jew town, there's a Greek town, there's, you know what I mean? So it's split up. But there's no Little Africa.
None. Zero.
Nowhere in this mother sucker.
Sure.
The Little Africa that y'all quote and laugh at so much up north is the ghetto.
Sure.
Particularly where I come from. On the west side. I'm going to let you know. Leave Angel Reese alone. Leave her alone. She ain't said nothing. Nothing. And yeah, you're looking for clicks and getting clicks, and you thought it was good to formulate this goddamn thing with Annie Cosnable, which is a hit piece maker. You know what Annie do. You're familiar with Annie dislikes and likes. You're familiar with her. You didn't heard her talk about Angel negatively. You didn't heard her. You know that she don't like Angel. You know that she don't like Angel. Why? Because her main man don't like Angel. Her send him out there and sick, dog sicker. Don't like Angel. But I'll tell you this. Michael Alter, Nadia Rollinson, you have a choice to make. I tell you this every single time, that you have to do your job as owners of an organization, as people who are trying to get players to come here, because they ain't coming here to play with Ariel Atkins. She got a couple people that like her, whatever. They definitely ain't trying to come here to play with Courtney Vandersloot.
Nope.
But one person we know that they come to play with is the mega star that your dumbass got on the team. That is Angel Reese. And you know what comes with that. And it seems like you guys, in particularly, cannot handle a supreme player, a person who is the best at what she does. It seems like her and Camila Cardoso is too much for you to fucking handle. It seems like you don't want her to be who she is, and she better stay in her place. She better watch herself. She better hold her damn tongue. Shut up, ninja, and dribble. Yeah, that's what you got going on in your marbles.
Yep.
Shut up, ninja, and dribble. You ain't got nothing to say. We got this. Shut your ass up. And if you don't get any championships, we got you in holding you hostage.
Yep.
Or we gonna send you to another garbage team. See, they try and do what they do all the time. And I quote each and every time. So everybody, I don't give a damn if any of you are tired of it. But Muhammad Ali said, you can have all of the titles.
All of them.
You can have all of the championships. You can have all of the money, the good homes, and the finest riches. But they always gonna think of you as a nigga. That's what you heard from Annie Constable. Find your place, nigga, and shut up. You gotta find out what you can and can't do so Massa won't whip you. That's what you said, allegedly.
That's what she allegedly said, yep.
Because we know language. I've been here a long time, 50 years I've been here. And I know what that language is, Annie Constable. So I challenge you. I don't care what room, courtroom, whatever room you want to go to. I got affidavits and documents on what you said for her to find her place. Hold her tongue. Shut up. Your spot. Find your spot and be right there. You don't know who she is. Just like Jeff Pagliosha still hates who she is. He know what she is. Of course, now, Reebok just showed you that Angel Reese is the megastar that we all know she is. But confirmation is always good for the people who love Angel and their superstar and their megastar. Confirmation is always good when you hearing about someone that you love so dearly and cheering for and rooting for on the level that she is on. Angel Reese clearly knows exactly what she's doing. This is her team. No matter if you don't like it or not, this is her team. When they're on the court, it's hers. When it's off the court, Michael Alter, it's yours. And you're in charge to put the product on the floor when she's present and out there. You have to fire the man responsible for the losses because Angel Reese ain't. To prove to you that Angel Reese ain't responsible for any of this shit that's been going on, Sister Tony. That is the 19 games that she has had on a double-double tour. With MVP conversational numbers. She did her job, Michael Alter.
Yep.
Unless you feel like Annie Constable, allegedly, nigga, shut up and dribble. Or you and the dear Rollinson, you can get together and stop lying and trying to have a birthday party or some type of cheerleading party or some type of party that you're lying about and having a Chicago Sky celebration on a new practice facility. And I thought you said you don't celebrate mediocrity. That look like it's mediocre to me because it ain't finished. I thought you one who celebrates championships. Well, you ain't won yet because that bad boy right there ain't finished.
Sure.
You're goddamn liars. Wake up. Know who you dealing with. You got the baddest young girl in the WNBA and in women's basketball on your goddamn team. Wake up and understand what the hell is going on right in front of you, while those hateful racist ones, I didn't say it, the hateful racist ones that Sarah Spain said. Sarah Spain said it's racism going on. I didn't say it. She said it. The whole world sees. I don't give a damn if Nadia Robinson is chocolate or not. It's some of us too free. Hey, when we got whooped on those plantations, Tony, there were black people there. Most of them were slaves too. None of them was free. But they had to stand by and watch one get whipped. And this is what Annie Constable is doing with Angel Reese's name in the light of Jeff Pagliosha being her friend, allegedly. Her loving Courtney Vandersloot, allegedly. Angel is bigger than Courtney Vandersloot, Annie Constable. Annie Constable. Angel is bigger than Courtney Vandersloot. Courtney Vandersloot ain't no goddamn Candace Parker, and you know it. Courtney Vandersloot ain't no Breonna Stewart, and you know it. That's why her ass had to play second fiddle or get a $5 ass on the bitch in the last part of the New York run last year. You know it, but you here capping. You blowing smoke up the ass of the people that's listening to the garbage, the filth that you spilling. Well, we don't want to hear that shit no more. No more out of your goddamn mouth. And whenever you come up and you put Angel Reese in the name in your mouth again, we all the culture. The culture is coming for you. So the best thing that you can do is leave Angel Reese alone, because she ain't messing with you. You better be smart.
Smart.
Just like Cheryl Swoop said, I won't say her name no more. You better be smart. If Cheryl Swoops had to say that in her tenure and being a Hall of Famer and being one of the greatest basketball players, Annie Constable, you're a rat piece of trash that's on the side of the garbage can for doing that hit piece and all the multiple hit pieces that you've done to Angel Reese since she's been here. I'll land, Sister Tony.
I'm going to second everything you just said. You got to do something different. You got to make it work for you and not do and follow a narrative of someone else. If you know that this was not something that needed to be put out in a light in which you're putting it in, you got to make a change. You just got to make a change. It's that simple. It's not that difficult. It's not that hard. Sometimes doing the right thing, it makes you feel better, makes your soul smile, makes you happy and rejoice on the inside. But to try to troll a 23-year-old, that's where I'm at with it. You trolling a 23-year-old man over and over again. It's monotonous. Don't hear you talk about her when she's doing something good. Everything you want to put out is always something negative. It's a problem. So eventually, I think out of the two that will be humbled will be her, will be Annie. So if you're looking to do this because someone is telling you to humble her, damn it, I think she's already been humbled enough. Yes, me. She take the hits, she take the blows, day in, night out. And she keeps moving. So I'm going to second everything you said. And I'm going to leave it right there because we can beat this horse till the well runs dry. It ain't going to change anything until she decides she's going to come up there and she's going to do something different. Otherwise, boy, them pieces are on her head.
You will continue not to have season tickets to be bought at this time in this position, Michael Alter, till you fire Jeff Pagliosha and get someone in there that can do the job, that loves your player, that loves your star player, that loves winning, that loves the right people, the right pieces, that can get along with people.
Yep.
It's all right to hire a general manager with an agenda. It's all fine. But when they're so blinded on trying to tell you, Michael Alter and Nadia Rollinson, that Angel Reese is not her. This is what Jeff Pagliosha is continuously trying to convince you guys in the dark. Because if he's not, you guys are dumb business people. And I don't think that you are dumb ass business people. I think you slicker than grease and oil. I think that you're slick and you're very smart.
Trying to be slick.
So I know that you know who Angel Reese is. So we won't come to your goddamn court. If you try to make the bad decision, the rent trust would not be full. We guarantee that. It won't be full, Michael Alter, unless the right decision is made. And there's none polarizing in the WNBA like Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese in the whole entire WNBA, then Paige Beckers, and then the others. I land. And I want to say thank you so much, Sister Tony, for doing this video and this pre-recording for the people. We thank y'all. We appreciate y'all. All of you guys that come in here, all of you guys that support us. Go over to Sister Tony page once again. Go over there to Court Vision with So Pretty Tony and go subscribe. Get her up there. Let's get it done and let's do it. And do me a favor. Please hit the like button on this video. Please hit the like button and share with all of the people who don't know about your brother or who have not seen me yet. Also, be a member on this channel. We asking you here at Steady Serv'n Sports ENT to be a member and be a bread maker and help your brother continue to build his channel. Shout out to the Full Court Trio. Shout out to the Players Club with Cut That Ish Real Talk Sports. Sister KEYSHA and Brother KEYSHA. Shout out to ADP. Shout out to all the ones that have their page. Go over there to Tulip Plays and Smith D and those other sisters. Sister L. Go over there. Hit the like button. Subscribe. Check out their videos. Because we building the Simply Ball Dropping networks right here in front of your face from scratch. And we appreciate you guys because you guys are helping us build these podcasts. So, I leave as I came. And she leaves as she came. With another banger. Yeah.
Brought me here against my will. Never ask questions, shoot to kill. Built this country with our hands. Label me 3/5 of a man. All we've ever known was pain. Mixed with thunder, mixed with rain. Our strength in God's love. New day, your time. We will never be slaves again.
I was born to be free, so take them cuffs off me. I mean mentally and physically. And don't be trying to taser me. My neck don't need your knee. And don't be pulling your gun on me. I don't need your punk degree. I know I'm supposed to be. See, I rule with 10,000 fearless, and we be all believers. We only roll off instructions given by a fearless leader. Man, y'all some cheaters. Your justice ain't gon' free us. Your Billy Club might can beat us, but the Savior came to free us. March on, how long? Never gonna get us nothing. Preach on, how long? My people out here suffering. We better be doing some adjusting. Politics is out here hustling. Gotta keep changing this thing. All my people just didn't die for nothing. We wanna be free. We just gotta be free.
Freedom.
Free. We just gotta be free.
We want freedom.
Free. We just gotta be free.
Freedom.
We wanna be free. We just gotta be free. United we stand, divided we fall. Send a message to the black man, it's the final call. See, business is warfare, y'all, and it's gonna free us all. Time to better hood back, get that bread and mash some more. And when they leave the hood, what you gonna do? Are you gonna beg or plead or pull on through? Gotta spread that money with your crew. I'm spitting true game to you. Gotta get that sack, never look back, cause fraud came for you. We gonna be free. We just gotta be free.
Freedom.
We wanna be free. We just gotta be free.
We want freedom.
We wanna be free. We just gotta be free.
Freedom.
We wanna be free. We just gotta be free.
We want freedom. Brought me here against my will. Freedom. Never ask questions, shoot to kill. We want freedom. Built this country with our hands. Label me 3/5 of a man. We want freedom. All we've ever known was pain. Mixed with thunder, mixed with rain. Our strength in God's love. New day, new time. We will never be slaves again.